What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB. Once again, big shout out to my doggy Tyson133 underscore for coming through and boosting up the coins. So, Johnny Bash, we got an update leaked exclusively, allegedly, to the YB. Stanny D, aka Minimus, Stanlenius, Duquitius, aka Daniel Dubois Pops, has broken his silence. These are the first words we've heard from him since his son. You got weighed in, man. Alexander, very nice, I like it. Very nice, I like it, Amasha. He weighed him in, man. He got weighed in. Never seen nothing like it, to be fair. Too big, too strong. Can you believe it? Some clowns, yeah. I watch some corny looking YouTube channels. Some clowns, weeks and if not months before the fight. Oh, he's too big, he's too strong. He's going to fill the gap tooth and midget plumber ride thing. Can you believe that? These people don't know boxing, man. It makes you wonder. There's a lot of individuals, yeah. Oh, he's too big, he's 6'5" and 400 pounds of inside fighting us. You see, as if boxing's all about size. Where'd they find these guys at, man? You need to level up and get on my level. Yeah, get on my level, like Jon Stewart, me and Jon Stewart, man, because we call it right. That's what we do over here, man. We don't play no games about too big, too strong, get too stiff, too slow, man. That was the truth. Anyway, we got the bars from Stanius Duquitius, yeah, Daniel Dubois Pops. Let's play it. This is the first words. Ain't no one heard before. Off the rip. Here we go. Bash.
Quick reaction. I know that tonight didn't turn out the way you had hoped, but we saw the effort that Daniel put in. What are your immediate thoughts after the fight?
He did his best. He did his very best. And his best wasn't good enough. Usyk.
Let's stop there. Why don't you carry on? In a minute.
It's a great champion.
In fact, we'll stop there. He did his best. And I don't know what's going on in Stan's head, but he licking it. I can't play the footage yet, but he licking his lips, man. He's like, why is he licking his lips? His son just got weighed in. So he ain't licking his lips because, son did his best. I mean, did he do his best? He didn't do his best. His best would have been, beep, flatlined would have been his best, right? Like many, YB, or Tyson, you got to be, strategic. No. Yeah? We go based on historical averages, historical precedents. And the historical precedent is for an undisputed fight, you go on your back, flat. And if there's some corny individual in history who didn't go out on his back for an undisputed fight, that was wrong too. Yeah? Old school or new school. If you don't go out on your back, that's weak. And to be fair, them old school, man, they make good money relatively to the unwashed masses population. But still, 70 mil? Sportflation's gone crazy in the last 10, 15, 20 years. We've never seen figures like this. 70 mil. And you're sitting there playing with your crayons and your squares and triangles box, sitting there and not trying to get up like Chris Eubank Jr. versus Beefy Smith, B-level Beefy. Yeah? Eubank was pissed. He wanted more. He wants some more smile. He had no chance, right? He had no chance, for real. So if I've seen Eubank get up and try and have a go, and the ref wave it off, Dubois, with his big ass, he said, by any means, he said chaos. Now, did he try and throw a shot on his way to Warriors Paradise? He did. Whatever. He tried to. He leant over. Stuck his beak out. Big stiff idiot. Big stiff slow idiot. Swung his right hand or some hand. He was throwing something that was stiff and slow, whatever it was, and got clipped. But he wasn't out. End of the day. So no, we're not doing this. He did well. He did his best. Did he? No, he didn't do his best. But again, this is down. What would I say if it was my son? Would I blast him publicly? Who knows what goes on behind closed doors? I thought he was old school Yardy. He seems quite generic. He seems quite estrogenic. He did his best. Well done. Yeah? Put some pink highlights in your hair now. See them ones there? The new age, rainbow flag type ones. Parents. My son was Jimmy and now it's Jane type ones. This is the kind of, everyone gets a medal. Right? Sports day at school. Not an undisputed $70 million large fight for the greatest championship on earth. No, it's a sports day at the local community college, man. And we're handing out rainbows and flags and medals for everyone. Come on, Stanley. Come on, Stanley. What was it? His great-great-grandmother who punched up Calvin Candy. She turning in her grave right now. Yeah? May her soul rest. But she... Come on now, man. She punched up Calvin Candy. Where was that attitude? Where was that attitude? You got your granddaddy punching up Calvin Candy and your man's can't come to scrabble with another dude. Really? Let's not do this one here. Oh, he did his better. No, he didn't. Listen, if it was my son, yeah, I'll come on here and tell you the truth right now. And the truth would be, hey man, listen man, we hit a lick on your ass, man. We up 70 large right now. That's what I'd say. That would be the truth. I'd say, listen, my son, he got weighed in. But at the end of the day, you man are living hand to mouth. Yeah? We up 70 large. Schmillions is what we ups. So, and that's the truth. You come in, had a bit of a go. I'd call it a 4 out of 10 go. If 10 out of 10's flat on your back, flatlined, then you came in at a 3 or 4 out of 10 of a go. When he was on top or halfway in it, I thought he was halfway in the fight for most of the fight. I didn't think it was getting washed, which makes it even worse. You got caught with a few shots by a light heavyweight who can't really punch, statistically speaking. And you thought, oh, he keeps tapping me and I can't hit him back. Dubois has to be able to feel you. Pause. Yeah? If he can't feel the dude that he's in the ring with, no did he don't like it. He likes to feel dudes. Like in Hrgovic, yeah, he was getting boxed up them first 5 rounds, but you could feel him. Does that make sense? He could land a few bits here. He wasn't looking silly against Hrgovic. Right? Usyk's popping back and popping him right on his chops and slipping out, and Dubois was like, grrr! His feet were so slow as well. They looked like he had lead in his boots. Yeah, never mind Air Force Ones. They look like Lead Force Ones. Proper lead boots, man. Now I spoke to some cat at NASA. They told me they want to take that technology from Daniel Dubois' boxing boots, man, because that was super down for anti-gravity properties in his boots, man. It's stuck to the floor. Yeah, NASA boots, NASA feet looking ass, dude, man. Yeah, you're supposed to have light boots, not no NASA gear. That's what you're not supposed to have. Anyway, let's get back to this corny new age Yardy.
Champion. He's the best in the world for a reason.
You know your son very well. He's only 20.
Great champion. He's the best in the world for a reason.
You know your son very well. He's only 27. Yes, it's back to the drawing board.
He's best in the world because you man don't turn up. No, Usyk might. No, I'm joking. I'm being extreme here. There's no telling. Even if Dubois had turned up, he'd have got boxed up still. But that's not helping for sure. The fact Fury didn't want to really have a go in that second fight. Or in this first fight, the fact Johnston didn't really want to have a go. I've watched old school fights. I've been doing a lot of soul searching this week. I've seen people really have a go. I don't get that energy from any of these men, to be fair. None of these men do I get an old school feel of let's fight. I'm comfortable right on top of you. I'm not gagging for the back door. I'm not gagging to clinch. I'm comfortable. Yeah? Yeah? You don't get that feel. They get hit with one shot these days and they're on skates. I've watched loads of old school fights. Massive shots they get hit with. Huge shots. Yeah? They're still rocking and rolling and bending at the waist and whatnot in the pocket, but they get hit with shots and they come back and they hold their feet and they counter punch. They get hit, they counter punch. You see what I mean? You just don't get that now. It's like, moon boots. You got moon boots, leans over, big stiff right hand, it misses and he's like, Yeah? That's how it is. Boogaloo the bear type. That's how it might. That's how these men are performing these times. Boogaloo vibe. Yeah? Ponderous and dopey looking. That's not a critique on. That's not a chromosomal a critique on Dubois. I'm saying all of them. They look clumsy and Fury's the same. He's supposed to be the slick. He looks clumsy and. Is it Usyk making him look clumsy? No, I've always felt that. Even when he fought Dillian White Fury, this looks... Dillian White, another one. They just look disjointed. None of them look comfortable and fighting. None of them look comfortable fighting now. That's the truth. They all look stiff, backdoor, move my feet back. No one's really having... Yeah, it might be a skill gap here, but it's also a mentality gap. There's a stiff mentality now. No one's really comfortable having a squabble. People say, oh, but it was all on the gear in the past. That's the only excuse the new age man have now. Oh, they was all on the gear and there wasn't testing, so that's what made the difference. I'm not so sure about that myself. Sorry. Because you man, look at you man, are even bigger. Oops. Busted, right? Oh, they was all on the gear. That's the only valid potential excuse I've heard is, but why be they all on the gear back in the 70s and 80s and 90s? So that's why they were so comfortable taking shots. That's why they could rock and roll on the inside. That's why they could counter punch from the pocket, in the pocket. I'm thinking to myself, I don't know about that one there. Even when these guys fight plumbers, look at Lawrence Okoli, right? Yeah, he fights plumbers and he's clinging on. So it's nothing to do with no gear. Yeah? Nothing to do with no gear. Because why are you stinking the place out against bums for? That's the better question. May that make sense? It's a psychological thing, man. And we see the UFC man who were allegedly tested. They can half the time. There's more stinkers, ever more stinkers in the UFC, but 5-10 years ago, they knew how to squabble. Yeah? They know how to squabble. And even some of the new age man now. Even look at Taporia. He can squabble, man. Yeah? He can squabble. And it's much more common in UFC. And the only thing I can make out is the pricing. These men getting paid way too much for doing nothing, man. Dubois should have been paid for that fight, probably. Obviously, there's going to be a sports premium. I'm not going to do him on an hourly minimum wage basis, but what do you think? 500 grand? He should be laughing his head off for that. 500 grand, I think, would be fair. I guess he sold tickets, didn't he? But whatever, man. Way too much you got paid for that performance. Way too much. Oh, we're really, that's why Usyk's so great. Yeah, you're supposed to have a go, mate. Have a go. And have a go. And if you get down, get up and have another go. No, it's a Usyk glare. And that's why there is plausible deniability now. Because the masses are now sucking Usyk off as the greatest ever, everyone's got an excuse now to stink the place out and or look bad. Oh, he's the best ever. There's no spite. I wonder if, let's say, who here thinks when James Toney got beat by Roy Jones? I don't know, maybe some historical man can let me know. But when James Toney got beat, or even when Roy Jones got beat by Tarver, did anyone hear Roy Jones' team come out afterwards, after Tarver plastered him, yeah? Did anyone hear? I don't know, again, maybe you man let me know, send me the link, I'd love to see the link. Who here saw Roy Jones' team saying, yeah, well, we got knocked out, spark, we got plastered, we got Van Gogh'd all over the canvas by the greatest man that's ever lived, and, oh, we love getting punched up by the greatest man ever. That's the vibe I get now. Celebrating another dude. You should have been saying, listen, man, it should be about to ask time. Hey, Danny, you messed up, and you stunk the place out. Yeah? And you didn't put on. You did not put on for J.A. That's what you didn't do. You did not put on for great-great-grand nanny. She turning right now. You got punched up. El Colonial. That's what you did to your ass, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't seen shit like that since the 1700s, man. That was 1700s, 1800s, man. Oh, man. That's how it felt to me inside, man. He did you wrong, man. Colonial. Belt to ass is what he did to you. Yeah? Colonial is what he did to you, man. And Standy, oh, well, we all got a medal and we all, oh, it was really good and did his best. He stunk the place out, honestly. Too stiff. No art in there. No art at all. And I wouldn't, you wouldn't do it. I'd tell you, though. This is a lot of you low IQ dudes. Oh, you haven't boxed before. I'd tell you, though. Yeah, I'd tell you straight up. Bottom line, man. I cacked my pants. I didn't want to fight. Yeah? I'm linking a brass after, and that was the priority at that point in time. Do you understand? I'll be telling you the truth straight up. No trying to sugarcoat it. Does that make sense?
27. Yes, it's back to the drawing board. What do you believe is necessary now for him to come back and, can be a two-time champion?
Well, that's up to him. We'll have a chat and see what he wants to do.
Do you know yet what you...
Now, that's interesting there. So I'm very surprised. Look, there's been a weird narrative here. Is it possible he ducked Joe Parker? Is it possible he was advised strategically through his father, yeah, duck Parker and we'll get 70 million, you can cash out? The reason I say that is, it seems a bit off to me. Frank Warren's the same. I would never even consider retirement, but even stand here, it's like they've got the script. They knew what was coming. Because Frank was like, yeah, well, we'll have to speak to him and see what he wants to do. But it's unprecedented in these days for people to retire at 27. How much has Dubois really been wanting to do it? If everyone's almost... It should be ridiculously shut down. What are we doing next? We'll take some time off and we're coming back. Straight at it, right? Not, well, I don't know, we'll have to speak to him. And on the flip side, you can say, well, maybe Stan doesn't want to act like he's telling his son what to do, but it all seems a bit neggy for me. Not that I particularly want to see him back, but there are fights. Him versus Bacoli would be great, whilst it lasts. Him versus, it could be cannon fodder for Moses Talma potentially. There's fights out there, but do you want to get plastered by El Light Skin? Be a good fight. I'm not saying I don't know how good El Light Skin is. I don't know how good Enrico is, to tell the truth. So, let me put my light skin grease on my lips right now, man. The white girls, they love the soft lip. I'm going to tell the truth, you man, right now. That's what I'm fixing to do, man. The white girls, they love the soft lips, man. That's the truth. That's just hidden secret of the light skin knowledge. You don't know that one there. Yeah, you can't be coming around no white girls, man, with crusty lip. I'm going to tell you, man, right now. You can't pick us, man. You got to keep them lips soft. That's what you got to do. Don't play with me, man. If you want them white girls. Bash. Anyway.
You'd like him to do?
Not really. He's a grown man now. He'd make his own mind up. Yeah.
Do you feel like there's anything he could have done in there tonight that might have changed the tide early?
Where was the car? No, I don't.
You don't.
No.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate you, Radio Raheem with Stan Dubois. Hey, congratulations, man. You brought your son a long way.
Yeah, man.
He comported himself well. He fought hard. He'll be back. He's
Radio Raccoon with the obligatory glaze. Honey glaze, man.
only 27.
Yeah.
Had the British fans on their feet.
Yeah.
And he shall be back. Radio Raheem with Stan Dubois.
So the overall theme, you can't watch the video, but you can see it yourself on Seconds Out channel. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Jabba the Hutt. Not Jabba the Hutt. What's that? Margin Boo. Look at Margin Boo here. Let me show you this one here. Look at this Mandinga Margin Boo looking ass dude, man. Look at this guy. Look. Yeah. Look at this guy. Look at the guy. Look. He's like, hey, yeah. Dragon Ball Z looking ass. Look at this guy. Look. The bag came in, folks. The packet landed. This is the same face Tyson Fury makes when he gets the missed call from Kinahan. He know the parcel's right there. He got that for him. When Tyson Fury has an alleged missed phone call from Dan the Man Kinahan, this is the face he makes. You don't even have to speak to him. You know, some certain things don't need to be communicated. And this is one of them here. That packet is fresh. It's flaky. Yeah? Bolivian. No, the Colombians fell off, man. It's the Peruvian. It's the Bolivian right now. They're the ones doing the bits, allegedly. Some people say. Not my opinion. Okay? You see, look at this guy, look. 70 mil. And he's probably taking a management fee. Right? He's taking a management fee. Minimum 10%. That's 7 mil. He's already loaded it already, but certain man, they love shmoney. Right? Over me, you all love money. I love money. I ain't got none, but I love it still. It's one of them ones there. You know what I mean? I ain't got a bean of it, but I love it too much. Way too much. Yeah? Alright, we've got one more leak as well. Don Spenny, Spencer Fearon. Now, Spencer was hanging out the back at Anthony Johnson before the Dubois fight. So they got into Team Dubois and Team Johnston. Spencer Fearon was on Team Johnston. And obviously Johnston got plastered, honestly. But fair play to Johnston. End of the day, Johnston did what Daniel Dubois refuses to do. Daniel Dubois refused. I'm discounting the Joe Joyce one, I get that. Your eyes hanging out. You got the pork pie, I get that. I'm not even going to talk about that. But Usyk 1, he jacked. The biggest jack ever. Usyk 2 wasn't as bad, but still he jacked. To be fair to Johnston, Johnston went down about 4 times and was never in the fight. Dubois, them early rounds were competitive, I felt. They weren't runaways for Usyk, end of the day. In fact, he probably had the most success putting Usyk in the corner for God knows how many years. Fury in the first fight was running around the place. Never had Usyk in the corner. Dubois had Usyk in the corner probably 5 or 6 times within 4 rounds. That's more than anyone apart from Chisora. So he was in the fight. He gets clipped and his heart just melted away. Yeah? Vaporware. He's got the vaporware cardiovascular system, is how it looked to me. His heart disappeared, man. Anyway, so salute to Johnston. Because he did get sent to his maker. So we have to respect him for that. It's the lost art now of giving it out and taking it. Johnston's been good at giving it out, and now he's good at taking it. He wasn't good at taking it against Ruiz. He didn't really fancy no more from Double Cheese Ruiz. Yeah? Dubois hasn't learnt the art. He hasn't learnt the art of taking it yet. Pause. Okay? I think Dubois needs to, Minimus Duquitius needs to spend some time with Diddy. Diddy needs company. We know he liked the big Mandinga. And I think if Dubois spent, I don't know, a couple of weeks with Diddy, he'd understand and appreciate the ability to take it. That's what he'd do. And it will transfer to the ring. His legs might be a little bit weaker, because you best believe he's going to loosen that. That shit going to be loose, man. But his legs will be weak, but they're stiff anyway, man. But he'd have a bunch of stiff, weak legs, rather than having no art. Anyway, here's some bars from Spencer Fearon. He talks about, he leaks text messages he had with Stan Dubois. Here's the bars. Bash.
Are you championing life? So we shall see where all of this goes to. You know, like I said this before, and I mean this wholeheartedly. I'm not here to gloat because previously me and the dad had beef and all the rest of it, because it's kind of funny. The dad actually sent me a message yesterday. Dad sent a message of congratulations of Brad Young signing to Banyanis Football Club. He actually sent me a congratulations message, right? Which I have to give him ratings for. I was saying, you know what, fair play.
I'll take it to watch the interview.
More than likely. But what made me so, but then also I put that up on my story on my WhatsApp. And Dad sent me a message to, you know what I mean, that's of congratulations. And then, because I didn't reply to him, he deleted it. But you sent it to me. And we haven't had any words or to each other since September. When your son got the victory over Anthony Joshua, you kind of trying to rub it in my face. And I was saying, like, bro, I'm telling you, I don't think you understand how this thing goes. You know what I mean? This winning and losing thing, it's winning and losing in life. And boxing is just an aspect of life, right?
You message him back?
Will I message him back? No, I won't actually. No, simply because I think he was a bit taken aback that I didn't message him back. He's thinking, oh, well, and maybe that was his peace offering to me. Maybe that was...
Maybe he's offered the handout and then he maybe thought you ignored it and then he deleted it.
No, I didn't ignore it. I saw it and I thought I was kind of taken aback, like, oh, that's nice, but I didn't want to reply back. And you know, sometimes my head can take me. So I said, I'll just wait a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't wish the dad no bad. I just think what you've done, you should be commended for what you've done. But then you need to get real professional people to take care of things. As much as people who could complain about Anthony Joshua and like the people that he had people there, even though they could be...
Listen, man, Johnston, yeah, Johnston turned up late for the Dubois fight, right? Let's not talk about... Oh, Johnston was living like 10 hours away by 3 modes of transport. He had to fly from Glasgow to wherever there is some private airport in London and then get the tube and then get a taxi. How can you be late to a fight, man, living in London? That's crazy. So let's not talk about, the team. I'm not even sure why I'm playing this clip, Floor. I hadn't listened to it yet, to tell the truth. I thought he had some leak here, but listen, teams, everyone looks at the team afterwards. Dubois apparently was partying, but he wasn't partying. Dubois don't know what he's doing half the time. Yeah, let's be true. He's like this. It's on the spectrum, is my base case. So it wasn't really a party for him, but it was no doubt disturbing for him. But he did it before the fight, and his dad obviously jumped on the bandwagon. That's saying the road to something is laced with good intentions. You can have the best intentions, and things don't work. He got, but listen, man, he was getting weighed in anyway, man. Yeah? Very nice, I like it. How much? He was always going to weigh him in. After the fact, I can tell you that with 100% confidence. He was always going to weigh him in. He's too stiff, he's too slow. Yeah, and who was telling you that? It weren't none of these other corny channels. It was the YB who came out here months ago and told you that was too stiff, he's too slow, and he's getting it by the gap tooth. I mean, how much are we up? We up large right now. Can't even tell you how many large we raked in from the weekend. Easy work, man. Easy work, and you know that if you follow this channel. We don't miss. Oops. Yeah. That's what we don't do. Listen. What's the point here? Stan Dubois, he's up. He's up conservatively between 10%, or 14 schmillions. He up. Yeah, and from a father's point of view, a bit like John Fury in the corner telling his son to jack in the first fight, or be conservative. As a father, you don't... It's easy for us to say, and it's easy for us to look at what other people, historical standards, have done. But if you're his pops, you're thinking we're getting paid anyway. Yeah, and I get that human nature, that paternal care. At the same time, the boxing gods, this realm we're in now, don't count for nothing. Yeah? In itself, it doesn't count for nothing. So you're protecting what? You're protecting a man from travelling well and reaching Valhalla. Okay? And all that shmoney, even though the corny Egyptians thought they could take it with them, that's fake. That's gay. You can't take nothing with you, man. All you can take with you is your soul. If at all, who knows if it's even that? It could all be faking. You're right. Could be all fake and rainbowy. None of it. Anyway, I'm out of him. I've been talking too much. Let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like the bell, 100%. No doubt about it. Some people stop it. Johnny